Hello children, today we will start root pressure. Okay, now see the definition of root pressure. A pressure generated in the roots by absorption of water from one cell to other cell through osmosis. Okay, now see what definition I told you, that is a pressure generated by root cells. Simple definition. Pressure generated by root cells. How? Due to continuous movement of water. Now, where the water will move? Through cell to cell. Okay? Osmosis is called as the root pressure. Once again, you see the definition. Suppose this is a cell present inside the root, another cell, next cell, and one more cell. Now what happens? Suppose water droplets are here. Now continuous inward movement of water from one cell to another cell by the process of osmosis. Now what will happen? If the cell will be filled with water, okay, there will be a pressure, and the pressure is called as turgid pressure, or the term is turgidity. Now, if the cell will become turgid, then it will pass the water into the next cell so that it can maintain itself. Now, once again, this cell will be filled with water. It will become turgid, generate a pressure called as the turgid pressure, and then it will pass the water to the other. So, we can say that a pressure generated into the root cells by the inward movement of water through cell to cell. Now, it is a general osmotic pressure. So, we can say that via osmosis. Okay. And what will happen? Inward movement of water. It will create a pressure that is called as the turgor pressure. And this turgor pressure helps in the inward movement of the water. And the total force, the total pressure is called as the root pressure. Okay. Now, we will see this, that how this root pressure operate in a cell or how it operate inside the plant. We all know that whenever our roots absorb water as well as the minerals, then only there will be the generation of the root pressure. Okay. Now, how our plants will absorb water and mineral? We have already studied about this, that is with the help of the osmosis. Now, what type of osmosis will be there? If the absorption of water is taking place, then that can be done with the help of a type of osmosis that is called as the passive transport. Okay? And if the mineral is transporting inside the root cells, then that will be with the help of the active transport. Now we will see these two, movement of water as well as the movement of minerals inside the plant via active and passive transport. Okay, we have to see these 2 points. Now see children, absorption of water and minerals by the root. Okay, what is the topic? The topic is absorption. Now we are only seeing the reason and the method of absorption of water and mineral so that we can see the pressure, root pressure. Clear? So absorption of water and minerals by root. Okay. Now see, absorption of water and mineral by root. First we will see the absorption of water. And I told you that absorption of water means osmosis from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through the semi-permeable membrane. This we all know. So, how the absorption of water inside the root will occur? That will be by the method of osmosis. And what method we have to apply? The method will be by passive transport. Okay. So, we are just studying how the pressure is generated inside the root. And we will see when our root cells, they will absorb water by the passive transport, then there will be the generation of the root pressure. Now for this I have to draw a diagram. Now see, this is the structure of a cross section of root. Okay, and we will see how this root hair absorbs water and how the water from the soil enters into the root and reaches to the xylem. Okay. Now in the inner structure of a root, we can see the outermost layer, and the outermost layer is epidermis. Okay. Now this is our epidermis. And this is the root hair. Now see children, the root hairs absorb water. Now where is the water? The water is present in the soil. Okay. So the water that surrounds the soil particle, that water will be absorbed by the root hair because of its large surface area. We have already studied about the what we can say that about the root hairs. Okay, that the root hairs present in the root to increase the surface area so that maximum absorption can be done. So root hair will increase the surface area because it is hair-like structure. So this large surface area will absorb water from the soil particle, and the water is surrounding the soil particle. Now the water will reaches to the epidermis. Okay, how the water will reaches to the epidermis? Once the root hair will absorb the water, the cells of the root hairs, they will become turgid, they will fill with water, and then because of the pressure of turgidity, the water will move inside the epidermis. Now once again a pressure will be generated here, and the water will move to the cortex. Okay, after cortex it will go to the endodermis layer, and from endodermis layer pericycle, and then it will reaches up to the xylem. So what is the movement of the water inside the root? It is from the root hair to epidermis. Epidermis will pass this to the cortex cells, and then from there endodermis, then it will move inside. There we will see pericycle, and after that it will reaches to the xylem. Okay. Now this is done because of the passive transport. How it occurs because of the passive transport? Because the cell sap contains higher concentration of salt as comparison to the soil particle. That is, inside the cell there is a higher concentration of salt, chemical, or we can say that higher concentration of cell sap. Okay, and outside there is a lower concentration because maximum water is present. So the water will move from outside to inside, from the lower concentration to the higher concentration, and this is called as passive transport. Which type of osmosis is this? This is passive transport. Now see how it is osmosis? Because water is moving from its higher concentration to the lower concentration. Clear? Or we can say that inside the cell there is a higher concentration of cell sap. Clear? And outside it is lower concentration. So definitely from outside to inside there will be movement, and through the semi-permeable membrane. So it is osmosis, and it does not require any energy because water is moving from its higher to the lower. So there is no energy is required, and that's why it is called as the passive transport. Okay. So by means of passive transport, the water which is present in the surrounding of the root hairs, it will be absorbed by the root hairs, and root hairs will pass it to the different cells, and then it will reaches to the xylem. Okay, and because they are absorbing, so they all are filled and generating a pressure, and the whole pressure is called as the root pressure. Clear? So this is the first point about the root pressure generated by passive transport. Now we will see absorption of minerals by the root. How minerals are absorbed by the root. Okay. Now see, absorption of minerals by the roots. Now what are the minerals? Okay, the minerals will be nitrate, phosphate, sulfate, potassium, clear? It can be zinc, it can be manganese. So, these minerals are also absorbed by the roots. And how they will be absorbed? Once again, suppose this is the root hair, this is the epidermis, okay, as we have seen right now, cortex cells, and then once again endodermis, pericycle, and the xylem, and there is the phloem. Okay, now see children, what happens? The minerals present in the surrounding, okay, they are in less concentration. They are in less concentration as compared to the minerals present in the root cells. So, what to write? We can write minerals in the cells will be at higher concentration inside the cell as comparison to the surrounding medium. So, by a simple diffusion process, this is not possible because outside the concentration is less and inside the concentration is high. If we will talk about the simple diffusion, then what will happen? The molecules will move outside. But we need minerals. Okay, we do not want to give up. We need minerals. We need minerals from the surrounding into the cell. We do not want to let them free. We want them inside this. and we all know that minerals present in the soil is in the less concentration in comparison to the mineral present inside the root cells. So what will happen? Diffusion will not occur. What will happen? There will be the process of active transport. Because if we are moving the minerals from the less concentration to the higher concentration, then we need energy. And if the energy is required, then that is called as the active transport. Okay. So now see children, because of absorption of minerals and water, water will be absorbed by the passive transport and minerals will be absorbed by the active transport. Because of these two, there will be a pressure inside the root, and that pressure is called as the root pressure. So this is the major cause of a root pressure. Okay, how the root pressure get generated, these two are the important cause. Now in the next part, we will see the ascent of sap. Okay, till then you revise these things, children. Okay, thank you.